Week 8 of the high school football season, and the Fayetteville Pirates have still yet to lose a game. They enter tonight 7-0, facing the 4-3 Midland Trail Patriots. At 2-1 and coming off a huge win against Boston College, the Virginia Tech Hokies seem to have found their feet under first-year coach Justin Fuente. We were scheduled for Pete Sampras versus Andy Roddick outdoors on the center court, a beautiful facility, but unfortunately, due to some thunderstorm warnings, they had to push the event inside. However, that did not dampen the spirits of fans and players alike. Well, the road doesn't get any easier for the Thundering Herd moving forward. Next week, they welcome in Louisville and Lamar Jackson, fresh off a huge win against Florida State. And then after that, they go out on the road to face a tough Pittsburgh team. The inability of the Saints and Drew Brees to work out a long-term deal thus far leaves a major question mark for the Saints' future. However, they still have him for this next season, and even at age 37, he's a productive quarterback. Week 6 of high school football is here, but it's game number 5 for Oak Hill. The Red Devils still searching for that first win of the season, but they'll look to get things back on track tonight as they host Shady Spring. So obviously a lot of points scored by this offense and a great game by Gerard Evans. However, special teams was the big X factor in this game. Hopefully more to come for this defense that was ranked 32nd in the league last year. At the Greenbrier, Tom Beal, Newswatch Sports. It's hard to believe there's only a few weeks left in the high school football regular season. As the playoffs inch closer, performances seem to be getting better and better. So let's take a look back at the week's best with the Geno's Pizza Top 5 Plays of the Week. Coming up, volleyball triangular for number 3 at Beckley. Lots of great plays. We'll start with Woodrow Wilson, Greenbrier East. Bryce Knapp sets up Dehaya Morris for the spike. She slams it home. And then later on, Flying Eagles facing George Washington. G-Dub gets the spike set up, but Knapp with the block for the Lady Flying Eagles on their senior night. All right, number 2, we go back to Westside Nicholas. In the combination we've seen all season long from the Grizzlies, it's Tate Mays to Carter Siebert, Sweeney for the deep ball, going over the top of the defense, and the Grizzlies come out on top with a big win over Westside. Number 2, back to that Pikeview James Monroe game, and it's Blake Hopkins. The ball sent ahead for him here, bouncing around, and Hopkins just weaving around defenders. Going to chip it over this guy, go around, and this time he finishes past Gill with the left foot. Terrific goal there by Hopkins. Pikeview wins that game, but your top play of the week comes from Sherman at Greenbrier West. Colton Kessler pinballing off defenders. He comes out on the other side and see nothing but waterlogged grass in front of him. Kessler to the house and to the top of top plays. Wildcats take advantage, and it's Jesse Ertz, the quarterback, on the keeper to the left side. He gets in for the touchdown, 7-0 KSU. They would extend that lead to 13-0 at halftime. Third quarter, it's Josh Lambert looking for some redemption from an earlier miss. He connects on the short field goal to put the Mountaineers on the board. It's 13-3, and then next possession, they're inside the 5. Russell Shelley's hit, and he fumbles. A huge turnover. They aren't able to come away with points in the red zone. Kansas State recovers. Move to the second quarter. It's Grissel, and he's going to put one up for grabs again, but not sure who this one was intended for, but Jeremiah Johnson gladly takes it, and he picks up a nice return on the interception deep into UC territory. And then on the ensuing drive, Brian Novak looking to capitalize. He's going to hit Jermeel Douse. He stretches for the end zone, ruled out at the 1. Looks like he might have got it, but not a problem because the next play, they hand it off. It's Nick Lofton. He punches it in. Extra point is blocked, so UC holds a 1-point lead. Pikeview senior Michael Rotenberry led the Panthers to the state tournament with an outstanding pitching performance in the regionals last week. For that, he is the C. Adam Toney Tire Pros Athlete of the Week. Pikeview senior Michael Rotenberry's stellar season on the mound earned him the ball in the Region 3 final against Independence. The result, a complete game shutout with 6 strikeouts.
You know, it was a win-or-go-home feeling. I knew that they were going to come in ready to play, and I knew we were going to come in ready to play. The bats really helped out right there in the bottom of the first inning, and then we came out, and then we continued that aggressive attack on them on the offensive side of the game, and then we had a strong defensive support too.
Yeah, he makes the defense's job a lot easier. We just got to make routine plays and back him up whenever he needs us.
Pikeview has put together a lethal combination of offense, defense, and pitching all season. All 3 of those phases were on full display against the Patriots as the Panthers gave Rotenberry 10 runs of support.
It's amazing to go out there and know that even if you get a runner on, you can spare 1 run. I mean, you don't want that, but it's a comfortable feeling to know that no matter what, we can put runs on the board.
I told him that we were going to give him runs run support. So, and we definitely came out and put the bat on the ball and got really nice hits and gave him the lead that he needed.
Despite the comfort that comes with early run support, Rotenberry maintained fire and focus throughout the game, something he's done all season. He's never given up more than one run in any start.
He had that desire to succeed that day. Success was the only option for him. You could read that in his charisma as soon as the first out was made in the first inning. The roar he let off coming off the mound kind of set the tone for the attitude we were going to carry throughout that game, and it led to two quick runs, and he shut the door the rest of the way.
It's been fun. Mike's throwing the ball really well. He's hitting his spots pretty good, and his pitchers are moving. It's just fun to catch him.
Fun has been the theme of the season for the Panthers, and it's been bred through friendly competition. Multiple players are battling for the most hits in program history, and Rotenberry's arrival from Princeton this year has been a welcome challenge for fellow pitcher Levi Nash.
Within this team, there's many in-team rivalries, especially with like the hit leaders going on with the team, and especially with me and Mike on the mound. We try to see who can get more strikeouts, more innings pitched.
Yeah, it's great. This team's like a family. We have been a family ever since we were like 5 years old. You know, we've been playing ball over there at Gardner, Little League and All-Stars, and it was no different when I came over this year.
The Panthers family is hoping to stay together for a few more games up in Charleston. Their bid for a state championship begins Thursday against Wayne.
Things are a lot crisper. They come a lot quicker. Instead of having to learn and step it, there's, step it once and then rep it a lot more. So we're pleased about that. And then also, we're still working on our culture here, and the culture is getting better and better every year.
It may only be Wes Eddy's second year at the helm of Princeton football, but most players have bought into his rule that his team be active members in the town that comes out in droves to see them play on Friday nights.
We're trying to, first and foremost, trying to be good people around the community. The community's got to respect us, and we got to always be willing to work and just always trying to get better. That's the most important thing.
Well, he's wanting us to group together, actually be a family. Always, come in the locker room, be quiet, focus on football. That's what we're there for. Focus on football, what's ahead of us. Don't ever overlook anybody.
Some of the kids are buying into it, and then the ones that are really are excelling in the program. The ones that aren't, you can see them sort of lagging behind.
An experienced team looking to build off its playoff appearance last fall, Princeton has no time for stragglers, and that's where their senior leadership comes into play.
You have to work hard every day, come out here and push them, because a lot of times they'll slack off because, they're not been here as many years as you have, and when they see them slacking, you just got to tell them to work harder and keep going.
The Tigers enjoyed some success last year, but the team expects a big jump in year 2 of the Eddy era.
Should have done better last year to begin with, but we kind of slacked off at the end of the year. Competition got better, and instead of us getting better, we kind of stayed the same. We didn't progress any, so we ended up losing our last 3 games, and I just think that we come back, had a good offseason, and that we're ready to play this year.
Coach Eddy was brand new, just now getting here. We've known him for over a year now. He's been with us for a year. We already know the offense basically. We're getting to know the defense. Everybody's going more fast-paced than what we were last year.
Optimism is in the air and expectations are high. The Tigers' mission for a stronger 2016 begins next Friday at Shady Spring.
We have to change our expectations here at Princeton. Instead of just showing up and hoping that we make it through 10 games, we want to show up and try to get to Wheeling Island every year.